Right, I've been round the zoo this morning, they're all fed. Going to take one of these boxes and there's some barley down at that end to fill up into a box. Dunk's not going to be spraying first thing until it dries up, hopefully. Dunk and Kevin are both away roguing. Need to get a trailer onto that tractor. Also need to get, there's an old mower, needs to go onto that tractor as well so we can get some pictures and clean it up and hopefully sell that. Got a wee party of cows following me this morning. Morning Holly! So I'm just in the field of rape at the moment. Big breakdown. That's it. Wow. That's the drill working there. Just had a delivery, which might give away what the container project is. Have a guess, today's question of the day. Have you figured out what the container project is?
In all of us, in our hearts, there's love and light that we must realize. We need to feel, we need to use this warmth that could make bright our lives. In all of us, in our hearts, there's love and light that we must realize. We need to feel, we need to use this warmth that could make bright our lives.
So that's that pile of barley into those boxes. So the top one is empty just to give it a wee bit of a cover so the pigeons don't sit on the third box and eat it all. So they shouldn't be able to get at it. So I need to take this trailer off now, park it back in the corner, go along the road. I'll go along the road and I'll pick up an empty trailer for putting empty food waste in. Raw food waste, sorry. So we're allowed to compost raw food waste, so we just add it to a dung pile, spread it in the fields. Cooked food waste we're not allowed to do that with, so anyway, we've got what's it called? A tipper skip, a wee tipping skip that we put in the raw food waste, and then you can pick it up with a forklift. Cherry pickers arrived. I don't think that's actually for the shed builders, that's for something else. That is for a mast which is going up for RTK signal. Basically for the tractors, not this one but the other one's on GPS. They currently take a satellite signal for RTK, but it's given us a lot of grief. So Percy's just been servicing that cow, so I'll make a note of the date today and her number, and then I'll know about 280 to 285 days from here. That's the period that she should have her calf if she's now become pregnant from Percy being in action. So Lily's having a wee bark, Percy's having a good time, I'm having a good time. Just heading on the road now to pick up the trailer. Kind of update on how the farm's looking, how the fields are looking. I'm quite happy in the general condition of everything. The last week and a half, it's been really good weather, nice and sunny. That's everything in the ground is just boomed. It's really helped conditions, made the whole landscape look a lot greener and a lot better. Everything was short, stumpy at the time when the weather wasn't so good, but that burst has really helped. So a wee bit wet, a wee bit of moisture this morning, which is fine. A few mil, plants will soak up, and then just more sunshine from here will be good. Just kind of getting the last sprays on at the moment. There's not too many more sprays to do. There'll be a bit of roguing to do. Dunk and Kevin are roguing today, here and there, and then kind of just gearing up for harvest. That should start kind of early August. I think it's very rare that we start July. but it has happened. But most likely it'll be kind of second week in August, maybe the first week, just depending on how things are going. And then it'll be all guns blazing, get the harvest in, get it all dried, get it stored. Hopefully the shed's done and ready, so we can fill that up with new grain from this 2021 season. That's the rape field there. You can see the flowers just starting to die away now. Give it another week or two and there'll be no yellow to it anymore. Next stage will be just spraying that off in a month and a half's time, about that. Spraying off, kill it, and then 3 weeks after that we'll harvest it. And that's it for the rape. That's it. Other than going in to do that final glyphosate spray, it's not to be touched until we get a combine in there. So this is the wee mini skip. It's got the raw food waste in it, so it kind of is spring loaded on the base, which puts a latch behind the fork, so when you tip it, it doesn't slide off, and then when you put it down the ground, it slides off easy. There you go, that's it off. Back along the road we go to empty that into the dung pile. It's mostly kind of peelings from potatoes, carrots, there's oranges that have been squeezed, there's a orange squeezer in the shop, so that's the leftover kind of, what do you call them, not the shell, the skin, orange skins, is that what they're called? Anyway, pile there. Just going round a few yards picking up fert bags that are lying about to take home. We've got a big pile there that needs to go in to be recycled. This is one lot of fert bags, so I'll get them in the trailer. One yard empty, the next yard's got a forklift at it, so won't be sweating as much.
In the dark, we are nothing more than dust. Search but you stay lost. We are reaching for the stars.
That's that yard emptied of fert and seed bags, so the 3 yards that aren't at home are now clear of bags. I'll take these home, add them to the big pile.
We are nothing more than dust. Search but you stay lost. We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow.
Fairly big old pile now. Get that shifted soon. Yesterday's question of the day, what is this? Hunk of steel, and it is a bottle jack. So you put a piece of metal in this bit here and you crank it up and down, and there's a dog in the way, and it raises this, so you can see it going up there. So it's up to 6 ton capacity on this bottle jack. So that's what that is. So digger guys have been out today, kind of having a go at the shed today. There's concrete coming in 2 days time, so they're digging the rest of the footings for the concrete coming. They also took the templates those off of the studs for the floor. So what they're designed to do, these cones allow you to, when these are set, the concrete sets, halfway through setting you kind of take it off and you wiggle these about. But he was quite convinced, he's done a few sheds now, and he's convinced that if he gets the bolts right, it doesn't matter. So he's hoping he just got the bolts bang on in position, so he doesn't need to bother wiggling them about. So that's why he didn't bother wiggling them, so they're kind of set in position. So the uprights will sit on top of these, they'll get bolted down with these and the washer. Job's a good one. So there's two on this pad, so this is the only pad that's got two stanchions, and that's because in between here that's going to be a man door, so just a normal hatch door, and next to it is the roller door. You have to have a hatch door just in case the electric stops working and the roller door doesn't work and you can't get out. So it's a safety door basically. So the rest of the footings have all been dug all the way down along the back, up the side. So on Thursday, which is 2 days from now, it's Tuesday, these will get filled with concrete, and the same studs that are in all the rest of the footing holes will be put in position. The builders come a week today, so they'll start then building the shed, which is pretty exciting. We're having issues with concrete still. Don't know what the latest is, as if they're getting the supply across in the boats or not. So that's an issue to be kind of resolved soon, hopefully, sooner rather than later. If we got the concrete in a month and a half, that would then be verging on too late, because it takes 4 weeks to cure before you can take heavy machinery on it, such as a forklift, which we need to. So we really need it in a month's time to have it for the start of harvest. I don't think we're going to get it for the start of harvest, to be honest, anymore, but we'll just have to wait and see.